Okay, we are live and I can not see who is joining me, but hopefully you will all find me. I apologize for being late. This was even a test of my techie abilities going from Zoom to Facebook Live. That's always a fun little challenge as Zoom and Facebook are always changing something, it feels like. So tonight we're going to talk about keyboard shortcuts that every scrapbooker should know. And I'm going to attempt to not make you all dizzy by seeing things from multiple angles. But what are keyboard shortcuts? So instead of using like a right click, I'm going to teach you some shortcuts, just what they are, so that you can do things quicker, hopefully, and amaze yourself with what you can do. I asked my daughter, who does a lot on computers, of course, I said, what's your favorite shortcut? And she said, Command Z all day long. And that's one of the things that she has a Mac. So that's why she said Command. If you have a Mac, then everything I talk tonight, you're gonna be using a Command button, which is down here. But the control button on a PC is over here on the bottom left. There's another one over here, but I tend to use this control key all day long. So, and Command Z is undo. So that is something that everyone should know. And that is because that's how you undo your boo-boos on the computer. Even delete, you can undo delete. So I'm going to show you some of that tonight. Okay, through the miracle of modern technology, let's see, I did practice this several times tonight, but let me, let's see, make sure that I have all my settings right. I have it that multiple people can share screen, just so that you can continue to see my keyboard. I'm going to make my keyboard view the host here, but then I'm going to share my screen so that you can see. I apologize. Debbie Keith is the star of my show tonight. I just happen to have this folder on my computer, and so I'm going to be using pictures I have of her. Some of you may know that I keep track of all of my multi-day events, and I have one coming up next week, a retreat in Savannah, retreat to the river. So I've kept track of all those since I started doing multi-day retreats in 2005. So I have quite an Excel database. That's throwback to my scientist self that I was in a former life. So Debbie has attended more than 30 multi-day retreats. So that's why I have this little folder going with some pictures through the years of her. All right, so let's get to what we're here to talk about, because I know some of you get annoyed when the host of a show goes on and on. Really, I'm just hoping that you are seeing everything correctly at this point. So I'm going to just kind of go through alphabetically so that you can see what the different shortcuts do. So the one that you use a lot is Control A. So say you're moving all the files in a folder to another folder. So that is Control A. And you'll see there that everything is selected. So that's your Control button A. If you're on a Mac, Command A. So Command, and then if you made a mistake and didn't mean to select them all, I just said I was going to go alphabetical, but here I am going. And now Z, if you do Control Z, then, of course, now it's going to undo. Sorry, because oh my, hold on. Where's my Techie Tuesday folder? that I just made. Maybe I just uncreated it. All right, so let's create a new folder here. And I didn't delete it. So of course, how could I undo it? All right, so I have all these selected, and now if I delete them, they're gone. If I say Control Z, then they are back. So the Control Z, like my daughter said, Control Z all day long. So if you make a mistake, don't freak out, just Control Z. Now I will say that there is a caveat to that. If you're in a program that says, like usually there'll be like a warning that comes up on your screen that says like, warning, this action cannot be undone. Are you sure you want to proceed? And if you say yes to proceed, and then you realize it was a mistake, then that action cannot be Control Z'd. Okay, so if a really scary thing comes up asking you to double check, make sure you really want to do that. So Control A, a lot of these shortcuts make sense. Like Control A is select all, right? I'm going to open up a Word document really quick. This is something I was using all night, and last night, and if you are okay, so I'm just typing here, how was your day? For our next one, Control B, whatever you highlight, if you say Control B, now it's bold. Okay, Control B is bold, and if we say Control Z, we'll undo. Okay, so again, Control B, it helps to have some, long fingers so that you can do it. All right, so that's Control B. Now, if we want to copy, and that will work in your text, again, I don't know if I said this before, I just said again, but I don't know if I said this. So if you're working in Artisan, this would also work in your text boxes. You can use Control B or Command, well, not Command B, because you wouldn't be using Artisan on a Mac, but you can use Control B to bold. Now, Control C is copy. So if I want to copy this picture, I can say Control C, it's copied. It won't indicate to you that it actually has done anything. So that's why a lot of people like to still do right click, find copy. But if you know Control C, then it's very quick. Now Control V is paste, jumping ahead, but it's right next to C on the keyboard, which is also handy because if you just Control C, then you can jump right to Control V and paste it. So if I paste it, now I have two and it has copy. And if that was a mistake, Control Z all day long to undo it. All right, so what is next? Oh, just like our B, Control I, it's a little hard to reach. So Control I is italics. Did you see it? Control Z to undo. Control I is for italics. So that is helpful too. Let's see. If you want to print, you can Control P. That will open up your print screen. So you don't have to go up and look for print. You can just Control P. All right, what else? Well, I did say paste was V. Let's see, what else? Oh, another fun one. So let's say you copy, right? And I did Control C on this. And now I'm going to Control V to paste it. If I say Control Y, and I like to remember that is like, yes, please do that again. It will repeat what you last did. Okay, so Control Y is yes, and we already talked about Z is undo. Control S will save whatever you're doing. So if you Control S, that is save. So then you're going to get your save box open. Control X is cut. And that is also right here next to, so it's Z is undo, X is cut, copy, paste, bold. If you are in Word and you want a new document, you can do Control N for new. Let's see, what else am I looking, what am I forgetting? So if I do Control X, now that's now I've just deleted that. So, oh, I don't need to save changes to that. Okay, so if you want to cut and paste somewhere else, let's say we want to cut, well, and so Control A is select all, right? Let's say you don't want to select all of your pictures. Let's say you want to select up to a certain point, up to here, from here to here. You can hold your Shift key and then click, and they're all highlighted. If you want to jump around, you can just hold your Control key down and jump around. Now, if you've done this before because you want to delete things, this has happened to me a million times. If you're all selected and you're holding the Control button and you push up and to the right, it will all of a sudden duplicate. And then you're like, what did I just do? Now I have doubles of everything and I meant to delete 1,000 pictures or old things. So what are we going to do? Control Z all day long. All right, so now I'm gonna take this one, say, we'll Control C, we're gonna copy it, and then we can come over to this window and Control V and paste it over here. All right, and if you wanted to cut it completely, I'm gonna Control Z that, oh, it went away. If I wanted to move it and not copy it, I can Control X and come over here and Control V, and now it's moved. It's gone. And then Control Z all day long to undo. So I feel like that can save you a lot of times when you're, a lot of time when you're backing things up and you're trying to move things around on your computer. And just remember that Control Z all day long to undo a boo-boo. Okay, so I want to show you the new way of snipping. So let's just say you wanted to, I wanted to snip this picture. Now, on a PC, you have something called a snipping tool. On a Mac, you can just literally draw around it and save it. Well, the snipping tool has moved. And so this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video, because I feel many of our digital scrapbookers use the snipping tool a lot. So the old way, let me just show you what the snipping tool used to be. Used to be like this, and you would go into your snipping tool and you would say new, and then you would snip. And you would take the part you would want, and then you could save it. Well, now you don't have to open up a whole other program. You can click your window button, Shift and S, and it automatically, your screen will dim, and then you can highlight any portion of the screen you want and let go. And then it pops up down here at the bottom, and then you can click on it and you can mark up on it, or you can just save it directly to your desktop and then use it. So for digital scrapbookers, that's handy if you need a logo of somewhere. Let's say, you know, you're eating out, I don't know, you're eating out at McDonald's or something, and you have a whole playscape 2-page spread of the play area at McDonald's. This story is obviously pre-COVID. Also, I mean, probably no one is ever going to play at those indoor playscapes again post-COVID. But anyway, and you needed a McDonald's logo because you didn't have a sign. Whatever, I don't know. Maybe you want a logo of your college. So that is a good way that you can snip things that aren't that you wouldn't otherwise be able to get a good image of. Hopefully that makes sense. So, so yes, I can't, when I'm broadcasting from Zoom over, I cannot see comments, but I just went over there just for a second to make sure I was broadcasting live, and I saw Debbie's "oh great" comment. So it wasn't anything terrible, was it, Debbie? So anyway, to review, right? Just a quick review. Oh, look, St. Patrick's Day is coming, Debbie. Let's get out of here. All right, so to review, we've got Control A is select all. Control B will bold. Control C is copy. Control V is paste. Control X, oops, that just deleted the title. Control X is cut. It's not delete, it's cut. And so then it waits for you there. And now I pasted it over here. Control Z is undo. We can get rid of that copy. Control S is save when you are in Word. Control S is save. It'll prompt you to save. Control P is print, and your print will come up. So hopefully you learned a couple of fun shortcuts tonight, and you can try them out next time you're on your computer, which hopefully you're at your computer now and you could try some as you went. Just remember, if there's one thing to take away from this whole Techie Tuesday, which was very short tonight, one thing to take away is Control Z all day long. Just remember that. It's right next to the control button. It's right here, Control Z all day long. And if you have to do the same thing over and over again, Control Y will save you time. Remember, yes, do it again. I don't know. I think that's all that I have to share tonight. I didn't even ask you to share, but I will ask you if you like the broadcast tonight, and if you would like a little laminated card that you can tuck into your laptop, or maybe you want to stick it onto your laptop, then just comment below that you would like a laminated card with the shortcuts, and I will make you one of the shortcuts we talked tonight. And if you try the new snipping tool, remember that's Windows Shift and S. Let me know, comment below, and let me know that you tried it. It's very easy. It is a little awkward with one hand, but it is possible. So go forth and be techie, and be scrappy, and stay scrappy, and scrap happy, and all that good stuff. And I will see some of you in person next weekend in Savannah, and I look forward to scrapping with you all soon. All right, my friends, stay scrappy, and that is all for tonight. All righty, see ya.